Hi, I'm Jan Lewis. I wanted to give you, in this package of information for selling my products, not only the video that showed something about each piece and photos that gave you detail of the designs, but I also wanted to give you like a bio about myself, just so you know a little bit about myself as well. But first, there are a couple of things I wanted to make sure I got across, so I made some notes. Probably the first one is that I'm not a photographer. I am an artist, but I did take photography in art school, and I have a pretty good eye, but it's not really what I do. But I was trying to find a photographer to do this shoot for me, but I don't know if it's the COVID days or what, but contacts I had who were telling me, well, try this one. I tried them all, and all of them either retired or never got back to me. So I thought, well, I'll just do it myself. So what you're seeing is not total professional, quasi-professional, but I just wanted to make sure that you could see clearly what I'm doing. So the fine-tuning, some of the photos will have probably some glare on them from the lights, but I know there's a way to remove it. I'll see if I can, but I'm not sure. So just kind of bear with that if you can, please. Next thing is that the lacquer that I use is not food grade. It's I don't know what it is, but it's not food grade. So you should not immerse these in water or wash them or eat out of them or anything else. They're really just for display. So you'll be much better served if you make sure that that's how they're used. Next would be probably the nature of wood. And I love working with wood. It's a very pleasing substance to me. And but wood in itself has nicks and imperfections and things like that. So you'll notice on some of the pieces that even though they've been painted over or designed over, there might be a nick here or there, and that was just already in the piece when I got it. So when I painted it, that's just part of the wood. So just be aware that's not something that I neglected or whatever. It just was part of the wood. And let's see, I had a lovely wood turner. His name is Dale Morehouse, and he just did some really beautiful pieces for me, but he retired after time, and so my later pieces, the larger pieces, I purchased elsewhere. But Dale was just wonderful and had some really unique different kind of ways that he turned the wood, and it was really nice. The kinds of woods he put together and different things. It was very interesting. You also probably know by this point that all of my designs are out of dots, and it just kind of developed that way. When well, I'll get to that in a minute, but it's very time consuming, and people ask me often, well, how long did it take you to do that? And I wish I could say, but honestly, I really don't know. Hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, days and days and days, but I can't give you any specifics on any particular one. But it's, I'm kind of in a zone when I'm painting, and I don't notice. I don't notice the time when I start, and I probably notice the time when I need to stop. But I just never clock it, so I really don't know. I just give it the time it needs. And it's interesting because when I start out, I don't have a plan. I just improvise. My husband, Ramsey Lewis, jazz musician, I think I was greatly influenced by his improvisation, and it served him very well, and it served me quite well as well. So I don't have anything in mind when I start out, and I just place one dot after another, and was not being a painter. I just wanted to stay creative, but I didn't know how to do it, so I just started with dots. And one dot led to another, and that just became my style. So it's been one I've thoroughly enjoyed, and it's just kind of in me, or what I do. It's very satisfying. But as I said, I'm in kind of in a zone when I'm doing it, and it seems like it would drive me crazy, but it really doesn't. I find it very satisfying and very pleasing. So I think those are those points I wanted to make. But how I started out is, I guess I've always had an interest in art, but I got my bachelor's degree at the University of Illinois here at Chicago, and my major there was anthropology. So in the course of later on, before I graduated, I was taking some electives, and I picked an art class just because I had picking something. And when I got in there, I just absolutely loved it. It was just so much fun. I thought, oh my gosh, I just miss this so much. So when I graduated, after I got my degree from UICC, I went to enroll at the School of the Art Institute here in Chicago. And it's a great school. I had so much fun there. I was older than everybody there, but I didn't care. I just had a great time. And I had enough books, so I just wanted hands-on experience. And I would have a BFA, a Bachelor of Fine Arts, if I had taken art history, but I didn't want any more books. So I took, goodness, what did I take? Painting. I didn't take painting. That's the only one I didn't do, because I was always intimidated by painting. I took drawing, printmaking, just etching and silk screen, woodworking. I made a 35 millimeter camera out of wood that was just really cool. Maybe I can find a picture of it. And I took a 4D class, typography, graphic design, photography, and probably a few more that I don't remember, but all of them were just great, and it really gave me a great foundation. And then there was also computer things like Illustrator and Photoshop, things like that. But it was a really good foundation for in art. So when I finished, that's when Ramsey and I got married in 1990, and I wanted to stay creative when I was on the road traveling with him. So someone had suggested that I take like a mobile kit and paint these bangles. While he was performing, I just stay at the hotel and do that. So that's what I did. And when I first started, the first bangle I picked up, I thought, well, I don't know what to do. I'm not a painter, but I'd always been intrigued with shapes and designs and anything like that. I just was ached to see what I could do with it. And so I started placing dots on this bangle, and then after I put a base coat on it, and then I just one dot literally led to the next. And I would work on three at a time, 3 bangles at a time, and I'd run out of ideas on one, so I'd pick up another one and just rotate them like that. And that's pretty much what I've done with all my other pieces as well, just to keep a fresh eye on things. And it's very, very satisfying. One of the things that very much influenced me, in addition to Ramsey's improvisation, is studying anthropology in college, because I studied a lot of cultures, and I think subliminally I got a lot of the influence from there. But Ramsey and I traveled so much around the world these years we've been married, which have been terrific. And then I've actually seen these cultures in action, and looked at their art and looked at their ways of life, and it really has. You can see the evidence of it in my work. Some of it looks Indian, East Indian. Some looks American Indian. Some looks Aboriginal. Some looks, it just across the board, it's just very interesting. So I think those are the highlights. I just have had a great time, and I just wanted to share a little bit of this with you, and I hope you enjoy my products, and thank you very much.